So good afternoon. Are we even registering the right-handed second-hand rocks? Is it an issue? Do we think it's important? Do we believe it? It is true. It is true. In case you're just joining us, that would be a shame you missed out on all the stuff so far, because it's really good stuff. So it's come to our attention that 90+% of all of the stones, the natural stones that you'll find, are catered for the right-hand person, right-handers. So what that means is you can pick up a bunch of stones that you think are just natural stones that haven't been touched or used, but what you'll find is you'll be able to put your thumb on a certain position of those stones, and then by shimmying the fingers they will find spots to sit that have already been used. So it's like wearing a second-hand glove with 4 or 5 different positions. Like fingers can go in all the different holes, all different ways, all different, there is no end to the amount of holes some of these stones have. So this there is a definite pattern of right hand stones that have been used a long time ago. The stones are everywhere. All over the world you'll find. It's fascinating. Now, if I was going to do something here, I was going to say all of these stones have something in common. But doing it so close to having found out that most of them are right-handers, that they've been pre-used, pre-owned stones, it's almost as if I'm telling a joke about somebody who just died yesterday. If you're an Egyptians built the pyramids lover, because knowing that all of the stones, or 90+% of them, are right-handed, catered for the right-hand person, and have already been used quite a few times, it's a revelation. But those people who do believe the Egyptians in the pyramids, it could come as quite a shock, couldn't it? There will be lots of disbelief, lots of cognitive dissonance, lots of I don't even want to see those rocks, talk to the hand, the face don't care. There will be lots and lots of that, all right? Because it's an uncomfortable situation. It just popped out of nowhere. We were hunting and hunting and hunting down something we knew was there. What did I say? Sometimes I know things straight away and I spend the next 6 months trying to prove it. There's a very good chance that a lot of people, you won't realise the enormity of this. When it's not convenient, that's what happens. Anyway, back to my predicament. Do I tell a joke about a dead person who died yesterday? Because that's what this would be if I carry on doing this right now, after finding out about the second-hand right-hand man stones. I'll leave it. I'm not going to do it now because it's of bad taste. Not really, I'm going to do it now, even though it's of bad taste. All of these stones have something in common. This is backing up every stone, just about every single stone has been used, and it caters for not for the lefty, but for the righty tighty, lefty wetty, something, I don't know, something like that, right? Little, you put your thumb in one spot, and after that your fingers, when your thumb is nice and snug, the fingers will then carry on to find their respective places, and it happens over and over and over again. Like this one has, I don't know how many. Lefties, it could feel like you're being left out, couldn't it? You think you might be getting the sack because it's all a right-handed thing. But rest assured, I can recognise them quite quickly now. So I want you to rest assured that there will still be employment. Not for all of you maybe, but for some of you, okay? So this is a lefty, right? This is a lefty. Thumb, right? Index, middle, ring, and pinky. All right, so we still have, it's not going to be as crazy, the wages won't be as good. Actually, that should be the other way around, shouldn't it? We'll look into that. But there are a few lefties. So this one isn't about the what they all have in common, but these do have all have something in common. Do we know what that is? Do we know what these stones have in common? Those of you that follow my shenanigans will hear me say something every time I'm picking stones. I usually do say it. What do I say? I say, oh, she's fit. No, I put down when I'm down at the beach. God, that's fit over there. I don't ever say that. What I say is, these cuts are familiar. It's about a 90-degree cut, and it's in quite a lot of the stones. I do say that quite often, don't I? Well, today I just picked out a bunch, and we're going to look at that 90-degree cut. So we have us all of these stones that cater for the right-hand man, right-hand person. And now we're going to have a look at this angle has been cut out, right? Now, there might be quite a few people that don't believe this. What's he talking about, this right hand? If you go out to the woods today, if you go outside and you find yourselves natural stones, not concrete mix, not tiles, nothing that man has played with, natural stones. This big, a little bit smaller, a bit bigger. What you'll find is when you pick them up, dig them out of the ground, or you'll find that, let me get something that's, you'll find something maybe like this, for example, right? And on this rock, when you look about, if you look, what you'll find is there are going to be indentations like this. And it's where hands have been, fingers, hands, fingers. And what I'm saying is over 90, maybe even 95% of them have been used, and they are right-handers. They've already been used and they're right-handers. Something that, is there a bug on there? Something that cannot be missed. All right, so we put your thumb on a spot that you'll just find at the top of the stone. The other fingers will fall in. Right, so the thumb does sit on there nicely. Might not be able to see that. And then we have the index. See that? And then we have the middle. See that? And we have the right hand ring finger. And then we have the pinky. See? Now, you can do this over and over. So I've turned this rock around. See, it would be very normal for people to say, whoa, 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 hang on. That could just be, but it's not just. All right? It's really not. It's a thing. And this does, believe it or not, prove that the Egyptians did not build the pyramids. Why does it prove that? You guys need to think about that. So this time, thumb, right? Then index. You can look, you can see, look. And then middle. See, look. Right. Number 4. You can see it's smooth, couple of holes, and pinky. Look at that. There is a connection, these stones, with whatever digits, fingers are on it. Here's another one. I haven't done this position yet. You can see those, see where they all go. So it's not really worth doing, is it? You can see where they will end up going. And thumb, right, or there. Thumb's a multi-user, it can shift. So, and then all of these have something in common. They all have this cut, this angle cut. See it? right? We're not going to do all of these. I don't mind doing them all, but I do want to get down to the beach to find some more stuff. Look at that, right? Doesn't matter how small they are. Oh, it's all right, they can fall on the ground. The good thing about these stones, is the only stones to break when you drop them are my favourite stones, right? Any others will be fine. And this is a good thing, because all of those science people that really don't want to accept the fact that that all of the stones are pre-used, because it really does throw a spanner in the works. But that spanner in the works doesn't really matter to them, because they're not going to go away. It's not like, right, they've got to see them today because by tomorrow they'll be gone, because that's not the case, because they're indestructible unless it's my favourite stone. Another one. Look. See these angles? It's good to be able to, it's good to know that these stones won't be offended. They're strong. You can talk straight to them without them being offended, or you can drop them. You know, they're indestructible, kind of, just about. So they won't be going anywhere. They'll always be here for when people are prepared to accept the truth. So that angle cutting, I'll just drop those down there, because they're not going to break. This one's a chance it could break, but I don't think it will, because it's not my favourite rock. See, if it was my favourite rock, it would have gone. I've put my favourite stone back together with sellotape, just normal tape, because if it's alive, it will heal itself, won't it? So as you can see, this just carries on and on and on. All right. So I'm throwing them just to remind people that there's no getting away from this. You'll stub your toe on them loads and loads of times as you're trying to dodge. How is it possible that so many have been used? Well, that's what happens on a planet, isn't it? Multiple civilizations and stuff. But it definitely puts the Egyptians, I mean, to believe the Egyptians had anything to do with the pyramids, it's not very clever, is it? When you understand the weight involved, it's a little bit silly, really, isn't it? All right, so all of these, where's the little cut on this one? There it is. Is that it there? Did I don't tell you I picked up a dud? It's all right, it won't break. And there we go. So as you can see, there's quite a few cuts, isn't there? Well, all of these. Round them up, bang, 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 and bang. There we go again. So we're looking for that cut. So who would do this? So there will be those of you that think it's natural. I will be throwing you off of the bus. I would be if we were on a bus, for thinking that they're natural. That, you know, people do, don't they? No, that's natural. That's the way they sit in the water. Of course it is, isn't it? And this is a piranha. Right? Look. Don't worry about them breaking, because they don't break. They're indestructible, unless it's my favourite stone. So you see, look, there's some serious cuts out of all of these, isn't there? Right. Look. This is one hell of a piece of machinery, isn't it? Look. Of course it's been used. Be a right-hander. Pick it up, you have a little play, you find the gaps, you find the ridges, and you go, I like that, like the best in the lion. Right, so we go about there. So thumb. Oh, look at the action. Right, and then we go, this finger would be there. You can see the action that has been. And go there, and I mean, come on, look. And there, look. Pinky, look! And there's lots of those little things. I'm watching those, don't trust them. Again, we can throw them quite hard. They're not the new generation where they get offended, you know, that kind of thing. They're very quite tough, resilient, resourceful. They don't whine, don't whinge, don't complain too much. They're rocks, solid, like Generation X. Now, see all these ridges? This is a monster of a rock. And it's catered for the right-hand person. So somebody with a right hand could pick this stone up and go straight to work. Whereas a left-hand person, there's quite a bit of paperwork to fill out. So the thumb would go there, and then we have there. You can see the ridges, and then we have there. And that this wasn't too the best. Hey guys. Oh yeah. Just finishing up the vid. Chris is inside. I'll be 2 secs. And then we have this one there, right? The thumb can go on there and down there, and we have index, middle, number 4, and the pinky. See, they all do sit. I love this stone. So there are a few special ones, but we are looking at gaps today. We're not looking at special things. We're looking at the angle. There we go. See? Who would do this? Who would gouge into a stone like this? What does it mean? Why are there so many like this? Do we know? Have we got? Common Sense has brought us to here at the moment. Common Sense found the right hand dilemma with the stones. Common sense and logic, pure common sense and logic. Follow down those, so that we could trip those cheeky Egyptologists up who keep lying, isn't it? You think that 25,000 Egyptians shifted 2.3 million stones, each weighing 2.5 tons. Who thinks that? It's frustrating seeing something so stupid be so... I don't know. But anyway, hopefully people will start thinking for themselves after seeing all these rocks. Oh, we're looking for the gap, not for the thumb. Not the gap, the angle, look. It's like a submarine, isn't it? Die! And we have the angle there. Right, the cutout. A bit of a cutout there. Look. See, well, look at that thumb mark, right? That's what I'm talking about. It's not an accident, is it? It's not. This is the real deal. Boom. So that would sit, I'm going to say, like that. All right? The pinky's not being used, the other 3 are. Thumb. Boom, look at that. Hello. Dong. 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 And it's not being used. But it's not about that, it's about the angle, the cutout. See? What does it mean? So I'm not expecting a reply. Some people would still be a little bit confused about all of those stones. There's nothing to fret about. It's just quite logical, really. If you did logic, common sense, you'd understand. But because you believe in absurdities, it's just another absurdity. But it is fairly logical when you think about it. Look, even these small ones, look. A lot of these small ones would have been held with these fingers like this. Like this. And then boom, and then that's one here. Boom, shoot, across. Doesn't matter. I mean, a lot of people are going, no, well, maybe you need to pay a little bit more attention to what's being said. rather than dissing all the time. Right? It's all right to diss. There's a time to not diss. That time could be arriving now. Isn't it? It's alright, doesn't matter if they fall on the floor. They'll be around forever. So when you try to avoid them, you still won't be able to. Which is good in a way, because you're going to have to accept what is. You can hide behind science. You know, that thing that said it doesn't care about your common sense. You can hide behind that. I wonder where it's going to be hiding. I wonder what the logical explanation is. If it's accepted, obviously, they'll probably go, what are you talking about, right-handed stones? Never heard about that before. So we've got the grooves, the cuts. Obviously, it's going to be that one. Right? But there. So it's definitely a thing, isn't it? Why put so many stones, all shapes and sizes and colours? Look, what is that? Do we know? Look at this tiny thing, look. No, surely not. Yeah, look. Look. See? Why? What is the significance? Do we know? Hound people now. Not really. Look. It's definitely there, isn't it? Or is it the way they sit in the water? Somebody said, it's the way they sit. Yeah. It's the way they sit my ass. There it is. It's crazy, huh? And we'll do this last one for now. Yeah. There's no doubt, is there? Well, some of you will doubt it. Some of you will probably don't even see it. Some of you will be going, what is he talking about? I can't see any angle. And this would be a right-hander. You see the action? Right. Middle. Right. Number 4. Nothing for the pinky. Right. Now that was kind of it. I just wanted to get that done. I know it's a bit insensitive after people have found out that all of the stones that are spread around the place are for right-handed people only. It raises a big question, doesn't it? Do we really need left-handed people? It's that kind of a thing, isn't it? But like I've already shown, it's not that we need, but it's nice to have variety sometimes. So there are a few of these, so we won't be getting rid of all of the lefties. There'll be a couple of coaches, comfortable coaches coming around to collect a few of you, unfortunately. We don't know who that will be yet, so just be, but look, see, it's definitely, it's a left. I could recognise these things now. So there's not as many as the right. I could probably dig about 20 out of all of these rocks, and quite frankly, right-handed people can do the left if push came to shove. It's awkward, isn't it? So I might leave it there. I'm just going to show you 3 of my favourite stones at the moment, because I'm like a child with new friends. So that's my new best friend over there. Who's my new best friend over there? That one there. No, not that one. He was my best friend yesterday. Yeah, that one. That's him. Look at this. It's like it's got like a cover on it that you could just pry it open, doesn't it? Does it not make you want to pop the hood? But and people will say, well, I can't see where. Stop it. Look. Right? Just magnificent specimen. Well, be right-handed, unfortunately. So it's a shame about. Got some very good friends that are left-handed, but we always knew that, you know, when you're a minority, it's a bit awkward sometimes, isn't it? We'll find something for you guys. And then these two. Shark's tooth. Is it or isn't it? Da, 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 da. Boom. Boom. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. Jaws all over, isn't it? For those of you that didn't know, Jaws is my favourite film of all time, which is probably why I like these shark teeth. Or are they shark teeth? Name's Bond, James Bond. Alright, I'm going to call it because I'm getting a bit silly. I'll go and look for some more cool stones today. I'm going to see if I can find a patch where maybe there's more left. Stuff for lefties. It's the right thing to do. Maybe it's just a glitch. I don't know. But at the moment, please have your kit packed, right, for a few overnight stays. Don't leave any valuables here. Don't leave anything here that if you weren't able to come back here, that you would miss it. So take stuff like that with you, just in case. All right? The coaches start arriving at about 7 o'clock. All right, that's going to be it for now. Remember, right-handers, the stuff has been used. It's all over the planet. How does that tie in with everything? With history, the Egyptians and the pyramids, evolution even. Just how does this tie in with everything? This discovery that we were lucky to find. Asking for a friend. Okay? I'm a bit spring in my step because I've had some very good news. Okay? We found out that all these stones. Kidding. Alright, later peeps. I'm gonna go find some more. Laters.